We probably send dozens of emails every single day. But have you ever really stopped to think about what they're saying about you? Because every single email you send isn't just a message, it's literally your professional identity out there in the digital world.
It's a tough question to ask yourself, right? But think about it. A poorly written email can make you look, well, careless or unprofessional. It might even be the very reason you're not getting the replies you want. It could be holding you back in ways you don't even realize. So I want you to hold on to this one idea because it changes everything. Every time you hit send, you're reaching out and shaking someone's hand digitally. Is that handshake firm, confident, and polite? Or is it kind of limp and forgettable? Just thinking about it that way can completely transform how you write.
And that brings us to our first big topic, your digital handshake. This is the very first impression you make in someone's inbox, long before they ever see your face or hear your voice. And it all starts with one single critical element. Just look at the difference here. The subject line is either a locked gate or an open door. On the left, you've got important. Important to who? It's vague, it's a little demanding, and honestly, it's super easy to ignore. But look at the right. Leave request, Janali Shah, 10 April. Boom. It's clear, it's specific, and it respects the reader's time. That's the email that gets opened. Okay, so they've opened the email. Great. But what's inside has to deliver. A great email is never just a random stream of thoughts. It's built on a solid, logical blueprint that guides your reader exactly where you want them to go. And here it is. This is the whole blueprint. It's a simple 6-part formula. You've got your subject line, that's the gatekeeper, the greeting, which sets the mood, the introduction tells them why you're there, the body delivers the main message, the closing line tells them what to do next, and the sign-off is your clean, professional exit. Once you get this flow down, your emails will instantly get so much clearer. Now, let's zoom in on the body for a second, because this is where most emails just completely fall apart. The key is to make it easy to scan. No one, and I mean no one, wants to read a giant wall of text. So use short paragraphs. Stick to one main idea for each one. And please, do not be afraid to use bullet points. They are your absolute best friend when it comes to clarity. And it's not just about the words, right? The look of your email matters too. I mean, you wouldn't show up to a big meeting in messy clothes, would you? So stick to clean, professional fonts. Keep the size easy on the eyes, somewhere around 10 to 12 points. And let your words breathe. Use some white space between paragraphs. It just makes your whole message feel way more organized and a lot less intimidating to read. Okay, so we've got the structure down pat. We've built the skeleton, but now we're moving on to the secret weapon of amazing email writing, tone. This is the subtle stuff for sure, but it has a huge impact on how your message actually lands. So what is tone really? Well, it's the vibe. It's the difference between just reading words on a screen and actually hearing a message. It's not just what you say, but how it all feels to the person reading it. And you create that feeling with your word choices, your sentence structure, and even your punctuation. Let's look at a few examples. Could you please? That's polite. Please submit by Monday. That's direct and super clear. Hope you're doing well. That's friendly. Now, none of these is better than the others. The right one totally depends on who you're talking to and what your relationship is. And wow, look at this. This is where you see just how much of a difference tone makes. Send it ASAP. It feels aggressive, right? It creates stress. But a simple tweak to, could you please send it when you have a moment? It asks for the exact same thing, but it does it with respect. One of these builds bridges, and the other one, well, it can build walls. So with that in mind, let's talk about the big no-nos, the common tone mistakes you absolutely have to avoid. First, writing in all caps. It just feels like you're shouting at people. Using way too many exclamation marks can come off as unprofessional or even a little frantic. Those abrupt one-word replies can feel pretty rude. And yeah, being way too casual, like with a professor or a new boss, is always a risky move. All right, theory is great, but let's see how all these ideas actually perform out in the wild. We're going to put everything together and break down a real-world example to see how all these pieces fit. So, let's set the stage. Imagine this. You're a final year student, you're ambitious, and you need to write an email to an HR manager to apply for a really cool internship. The stakes feel pretty high, right? Your email has to be perfect. Okay, here's the email. Let's break it down piece by piece and see why it works so well. The subject line is perfect, application for internship, and the applicant's name. Instantly clear. The greeting, Dear Sir/Madam is formal, safe, and appropriate. The intro gets right to the point, no fluff, no wasted words. The body briefly highlights relevant skills, showing she's a good fit. It clearly says her resume is attached, and the closing is polite and professional. See? Every single thing we've talked about is right here, all working together. This is an email that gets you taken seriously. So we've gone through the blueprint, the tone, and a real-world example. After all that, what's the bottom line? Let's boil it all down to one simple final takeaway. I want you to think of this as your final checklist before you hit that send button. Just quickly ask yourself 4 things. Is my email clear? Is it polite? Is it structured well? And does it have a clear purpose? If you can give a confident yes to all 4 of those, you are good to go. And that's really what it comes down to. I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. Every single email you write is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to build a relationship, to make a great impression, and to get what you want. So the only question left is, how are you going to use your next one?